cold, it's windy, and it's raining. Basically everything to say, nope, I guess you can't fly today, unless basically everything stops. I guess for the stuff I read today, most of the news seem kind of conflicting, where one place is claiming one thing and the other place is claiming another. Although I guess the first thing I read that was kind of interesting just relates to things like that drone delivery stuff that's going to happen in the US. More medical deliveries, I guess. This one says, drone pilot program delivers medical sample documents. UC San Diego Health unveiled a drone pilot program they are part of, testing flights containing sensitive medical samples and documents. The idea is to skip over traffic on the ground, saying, quote, unfortunately traffic seems to get worse and worse every year. So what we're really trying to do is find an alternative for doing that. So usually regulation is a factor, and apparently this one, the FAA gave it its full approval, I guess. It's basically, it seems like those same drones they use for those UPS deliveries. It says, the goal is to establish how the FAA is going to monitor a lot of their drone flights as we move forward. This will help determine how other private delivery companies like Amazon will operate their drones. This drone is 3 feet by 3 feet and carries a small UPS box. The package itself is specially designed and impact resistant, temperature controlled. The container is locked so only special people can open it. And it is equipped with things like a parachute, so I guess if something happens it'll land safely and all that. Although I guess one thing kind of interesting in reading this, they're saying this drone actually doesn't have like a camera and stuff like that. So I was like, what? How does that work? I thought there was actually, even with those UPS promotional videos, there was actually a guy operating it. It looked like any other, like just say Phantom or whatever, where you have a screen. So no camera, how do you see this? They made that explicit in the report too. It says, there are no cameras on the drones to ensure privacy of those on the ground. There are people designated to watch the drone when it flies to ensure it gets to its destination. So is this basically like an autonomous thing? Because I'm just trying to read the specs and so forth. It's basically here, it's called the M2 drone, I believe, by Matternet. I mean, from all these specs, it just says what? Its weight is 2 kilograms, volume 4 liters, quadcopter, electric motors, etc, etc. Yeah, so basically from what I'm reading here, I don't actually see an actual camera or anything like that with the specs. And it says cruise altitude 120 meters AGL. Even from looking from the videos, it seems like it was basically going from station to station, because they say this is supposed to be very low risk with how it's flying. And basically you can see in the video, they have people tapping their smartphones to say, I guess, they are the rightful recipient of this delivery. So it's kind of interesting though, no camera or anything like that either. So one of the things that was kind of weird, because it kind of says something along the lines of, oh, in the future we could be flying these drones, I don't know, what is it, 20 miles away or something like that. It's just kind of weird to think about, where you have no visual, I guess, camera to see whether or not it's actually going to where it's supposed to. Then again, I guess with all that GPS and stuff, that kind of tells you how it's going. I guess with this article, we're not there yet, huh? In terms of people just being okay with a drone flying over where it could be doing something, not necessarily, quote, spying on you. And seeing all the ducks here, basically I was looking at this random news, like this one, it says here, China may send ducks to battle Pakistan's locust swarms. So instead of, I guess, sending people with planes with pesticides and stuff getting rid of bugs, these articles imply they're sending like literally like thousands and thousands of ducks, I guess, to eat them, because they can eat hundreds a day. Whereas another one, like a report, it says China will not send ducks to tackle locusts in Pakistan, says experts. Like for this one, it says a report in the Ningbo Evening News has said 100,000 ducks would be sent from Zhejiang province in Pakistan to deal with its worst locust invasion in 2 decades, generating 520 million views on China's Weibo social media platform on Thursday and thousands of comments. Despite the popular support for the idea in the country where cute ducks memes have become hugely popular, Zhang Long, a professor from China Agricultural University, told reporters in Pakistan that ducks would not be suited to the conditions there. So which one do you believe? I guess it's one of those things you would like to believe. That's kind of cool, I guess. And I guess, quote, natural, having nature basically doing its thing. That coronavirus and all is still getting worse in a lot of places, although it's still contained, but a lot of places, I believe, like even in the US, they're kind of declaring it like an emergency, so to speak, to be prepared for it. So people were passing around this photo, which they say is from the World Health Organization recently. It says facial hairstyles and filtering face piece respirators. From what I gather, I guess it's supposed to say if you have things like facial hair, that'll actually increase, I guess, the odds that you'll get infected. I suppose it can get attached to all the hair and all that, so it's recommending, I guess, you be clean shaven. But then various places even say this isn't new. If you look at it, it was posted back in 2017. You can see in the bottom right hand corner too, it does say 2017, but I guess because of all the panic and stuff, everyone wants as much information as they can get. But again, today just seems like basically conflicting reports. What is the true story of various news pieces and all that? Goes to show how easily things can spread, huh? It's just one of those things at times where you want to believe, I guess, and it sounds so great, you just have to put it out there, and then no one actually does their research, and yeah, you know what happens next. Whoa, that bird stole it from the duck. Did you see that? He's telling those other squirrels, get away! Shouldn't you be mate hunting like everyone else? Okay, we're just doing some quick shopping because it was raining, but it looks like it stopped raining here and it looks kind of interesting. Let's get a quick flight practice in, huh? Alright, see you guys later.